crisis at certain point of time. So moving forward, I would like to call Mr. Vishal Kumar Sinha, the area business manager from Pantaloons, Kolkata, to please address the gathering.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Hope I'm audible.
Yes,
If
sir, you
anyone
are
can
audible.
confirm.
Yes, sir,
Okay, thanks a
audible.
lot. Thank you. Very rightly put up by Professor Rao that this third wave, what we are looking at, is actually it should not bother us much. And that doesn't mean that we should lower down our guards. So we need to be careful, and yes, we need to plan ahead. Also, rightly pointed out by Mr. Ishu from VMart that retail itself is not very easy. And in today's time, I would say that you join any organization, things won't be that easy because you have to cover up the loss that we made in the year 2020, 1920s. So it's very important that how we look at the scenario. So my perspective to this would be that are we better prepared from last time when we first faced this pandemic? I would say yes. Are we better prepared in terms of infra? I would say definitely yes. India has improved a lot in terms of readiness in medical infrastructure. Uh, Almost entire population getting vaccinated. That's again a very good thing. So these are a few of the positives what we should look at, and we should not be bothered much uh, and should not be too much should not have a negative approach towards this third wave. As such, I'm presuming that this should not impact us in any manner, I would say. But yes, we should nevertheless should lower down our guards. We should ensure that each and everyone should take utmost precaution to stay safe. That's about how I see this third wave and how it would impact business. If I talk about the business performance in most of the organization, so we being from retail, for us, Durga Puja time, then Diwali, Chhat, and the winter season is very important for us. And we performed very good. The recovery was very good, and it was as per what we expected. So it's a very positive signal that once people are getting vaccinated, once the medical infra is there, so the doubt and the hesitation in mind of people of not coming out, that got somewhere eradicated, and we saw very good footfall in our stores. And if I talk about industry as a whole, almost all the industry barring one or two, they recovered with a very fast pace, and they are continuing to do it. And I'm very sure that this year when they close in the March, so all the industry would be on a like positive trend. So this is about how industry is has performed during festive time. And if I look at current trend, wedding season, which is again very big, it's a kind of festival in India. So last 1.5 years, we have seen that marriages being either postponed, or if it's happened also, it happened in a very minimal scale and very lesser number of guests were invited. This in fact resulted in most of the like it hit a few of the industries very badly, especially industries like ours which depend upon wedding season. So we had very less footfall coming to our stores for wedding shopping, so that impacted it. But this year, what we are seeing that weddings are there. India will be witnessing around 25 lakhs of wedding this financial year, which is a huge number. And to add to it, people are celebrating it. They are inviting their guests, and when people have to go and attend wedding, definitely they'll buy. And then the gifting season is also there. Christmas and New Year being a kind of gifting season. So we again hope that this will impact the industry in a very positive way. Another important thing that I would like to share in terms of opportunities is that people have started going out of their home, and the vacation that they maybe they postponed for a year or so, now they are out. They are going to various holiday destinations, and that again is impacting a lot of industries in a very positive way. Maybe hospitality industry or fashion industries like us, because when you travel to hill station, you need to have winter wears with you, right? So customers would definitely come to us to shop for that. So that again gives us a very positive thing that yes, when people are coming out of their houses, they will definitely shop. And that has, we have seen that the sale throughs of winter wear has been very high. So positive indications in terms of how market is reacting. If we look at globally, uh, almost all the industries have started recovering on a very faster trend, and most of them have started posting growth also positive. So these are few of the things which I think is very positive. And when industry does good business, right? So what happens that they create more opportunities for everyone. When you expand your business, you need people to run it. So for last 1.5 years, what we have seen that we were not getting properties, ready properties to open our stores. And it got hampered because the laborers were not available. There were restrictions in terms of working hours. Then the cash flow was very low. So what happened that the properties were not available. Now what we see, there is a just reverse trend. Now properties are available. Uh, all the retailers, they are approaching the developers, and they are also getting a lot of franchisees. So, in terms of expansion of business, yes, it's on track, and we are also planning to open uh, around 100 stores this year. So that's how we have chalked out our growth, and we look at that in a way that we need people for that. To run a store, we need around 60 to 70 hands, and we have been visiting Management Institute, and we have hired a lot of students this time from the campuses. And uh, I would really thank all the institute who have made the students ready for this, because what happens that during a pandemic, when you conduct classes on online platform, it's very difficult to, first of all, to have proper engagement. Second thing is that the mode of teaching is on a virtual platform, which again is very difficult. Then how you conduct the seminars and also the assignments, so everything was so much limited and so much restricted. But in spite of that, when we interviewed the candidates, we found that they were actually ready, and they actually have made themselves ready for the industries. So that's the best thing what I see in the current scenario. And coming to advice, what the new batch or the students who would be looking for placement. So my first advice would be, and a very practical one, which Mr. Ishu also shared, that it's like if you hope I'm audible. I lost my connection for some
No, no,
time.
it's okay. Now it's all
You're
right.
Okay, so I was talking about how one should prepare themselves for the interviews for the campus selection. It's very important to understand that campus selection, when any industry come to your campus, it's very important first to select which industry I want to work in. It should not happen that without any choice, just to get a job, you sit for a company, and then you get a job also, but later on you regret because your compatibility, your skills doesn't match with that particular role, and then you quit maybe after 5 6 months. So that should be first of all avoided. Once you get into a job, you should ensure that first 6 months you should learn, and you should ensure that you are ready to take all the hard work and all the challenges. One should not run away from responsibilities, and should avoid, and this should be there in each and every student's mind, that I'm not going to get a chair, a desk, and a system to work upon. It's not like that. In the real world, it's all about how you are ready to take up challenges, ready to visit market, attend customers, ensure that you resolve the queries of your team, and you support your team. So that would be my first advice. Second advice would be that one should ensure that you should become a people manager. If you are joining an IT industry, it's almost okay that you are almost working on a system, and you're working on a project. So that's okay. But if you are on the field and if you are working with people, you should be a very good people manager. And that is one skill that everyone should try to acquire. If your people, if you can take care of your people, then only you can ensure that your business grows. Otherwise it will not happen. You might push your people, you might put a lot of pressure on them, you might ill treat them to get some kind of job done, but that would not happen for a longer period of time. So if you are working with people, with man-force, you need to understand that you need to treat them properly, you need to train them, and you need to ensure that you respect them. Until unless you do that, you won't be able to succeed. And my last advice would be that don't quit immediately once you join, or maybe after 6 months when you join the organization. Avoid doing all those kind of stuff. People try to grab another job maybe after 6 months or 1 year of their job in any of the company, and what happens that they get a slighter hike and then they move. But after again 5 6 months, they try to find out something else because they are not satisfied with their work. So what happens that your CV would become like you are a constant hopper, and it won't look good to any of the senior HR manager. If he sees your CV, he would understand that you are a frequent hopper and you won't stay with any of the organization. So stay loyal. That hello, yeah, and if you see that your career is on a growth trajectory, please stick to the company. Don't just go with the salary or the package. You look at your career with a broader prospect. You're not here to work only for 2 3 years, but you have to work for at least 35 40 years. So how you plan your career is very important. Initial years, if you earn less also, it's okay, but learn what you're doing. Learn how to build a team, learn how your business is performing. You need to learn all these things in initial 1 or 2 years, and then you take a call whether you need to shift your the company or not. If you see your career in the same organization and you see that you can grow, need not switch. If you're getting a very good package with a hike with maybe a upgradation in the role, you can decide. But initial 2 years, stick with the company and keep learning, keep giving your best, and ensure that at any point of time you should not relax. Neither you should start taking things for granted that it's almost 2 years now, I should shift. That's not the thing. If you're working with a very good company which is growing, and you see your career also growing, stick to the company and work hard. So these would be my few of the advices which I would like to give to the students who would be joining the organization or would have already joined. So look into those aspects. Rest, I think the market is positive. Each and every industry is growing, and I'm very sure that each and every student at ICFI will definitely get placed, and they would do wonders wherever they join.